Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another Wuthering Waves video. We're playing Wuthering Waves. I'm a little bit under the weather, so my voice sounds extra sexy. So bring your mother. Make sure she likes and comments the video. We're going to do Wuthering Waves Deep Dive Series Volume 1 Combat Systems. It has 30 dislikes. We're going to make that 31. Okay. All right, so let's see what this is. I don't know if we're even going to upload this. I don't know if there's going to be anything really interesting, but let's see what they're talking about here. Oh, that is so... Why is that so loud? Like, what? Hold on a second. Hold on. All right, let's get back into it. Let's get it. Oh my god, they're quellers. That's Widowy Quell. Oh, that's Cantawella. I have Cantawella's tongue in the background. You see that? That's Cantawella. What the hell? That's Widowy my wife. Oh, that's the Wovers. That's the Wovers. I love Wover. Wover's so good. Hello, Rovers. Welcome to the Wuthering Waves developer.
我是明朝的战斗策划小赖，很高兴有这次的一个机会能跟大家聊一聊。
明朝从正式上线到现在已经1年半了，我相信此时此刻呢，挑拨者们已经战胜了明氏，立为亚坛。同时，黎娜西塔篇也已经迎来了结局。
Renathita has meat. I have not finished the story yet, but I did get spoiled on the last 4-minute cutscene. That cutscene is absolutely beautiful. Very excited to see what happens next. I know about the whole Abby thing. And again, I said this before. I think what Wuthering Waves is doing, despite my discontent for the lack of content and how, like, realistically, I have no reason to spend money on this game anymore. I think they're trying to push the boundaries of the game, and they're trying to make it way more than just a gacha game with the graphical upgrades, the way they're telling their story, the storytelling, the actual graphics and whatnot. So I got to give them props, man. I think they're doing a phenomenal job on, like, just the overall casual front. Like, if you start playing Wuwa today, or if you're someone who's returning, like, you are eating good. There's so much for you to do. And again, it's just a visually beautiful game. They're really doing a lot of different things, so I'm very happy about that.
还请挑拨者们稍作回顾，与我们一同去了解明朝开发的幕后故事。每一期的特别对谈节目啊，我们都会带来不同的开发内容。
这样听，所以我是第一期啊，感觉。
Yo, he's so cute though. What the hell? He look like me for real.
那么既然这一期是明朝战斗篇，我们就按照先角色后怪物的顺序来跟大家聊一聊这个开发故事背景。
OK， 当然可以。
好，那首先想问，战斗策划在角色的设计方面会负责哪些部分？
角色最开始是由文案跟战斗整合一些概念，给原画老师进行创作的。 而战斗这边需要去思考适合这个概念的一个共鸣能力、武器，还有它的战斗方式。而期间我们还会和动作跟特效老师一起基于这个概念去导爆它的一个战斗画面是怎样的。
Bro, he's talking too fast. He's talking too fast.
即将上线。
I have a question about our upcoming Resonator Kuyan. Yeah, Blind Man, Deadpool. Is there anything you can tell us about his design? Blind. Got him. He's blind.
其实，在最开始啊，战斗跟
the very beginning, both the combat and the writers' core concept. They had a blind swordsman with the traditional Chinese aesthetic. So, what makes a traditional Chinese swordman stand out? Well, he's blind, so he can't stand. The tales of love and hate. Okay. That alone wasn't enough. So we decided to build his combat design around his blind sight. Okay, we began to imagine how a blind swordsman would fight in battle. You know what's so crazy? They're creating characters that look so good, right? You have him, people. I mean, Brant. I guess you can kind of make Brant and DPS. But they're creating these characters with such cool animations and cool aesthetics, like a Chisa, right? I'm pretty sure Chisa is going to be a support, and everybody wants every single unit to have DPS capabilities. And I myself, I'm in that boat. I hope Kuyan has DPS capabilities. Everyone wanted to be someone of DPS, and she is in some regards. And they're doing a great way in making these characters look so good. But sometimes I think they just look, I don't want to say too good, but I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I wish you could be an Augusta. I wish you could be the best DPS in the game because you look insane. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's one of those characters where he has the best looking kid, I think, out of the whole game, out of everyone they've ever created, genuinely. Which is wild because we said that about Augusta. Like, we said that, like, you know, obviously their lack of content is frustrating. But in terms of, like, putting that to the side, and granted, I mean, these characters look so good, there's nothing for you to really do with them. but the actual visuals and gameplay is fun. They're fun, and they keep one-upping themselves over and over and over again. I don't know how, but they're doing it. So yeah, mind rather than the eyes. Okay. Flova too. Therefore, we introduce an element of bamboo, intended as a medium of perception. Okay. Good one. It allows him to see the world through a bamboo groove within his mind. What the fuck? That's so crazy. Yeah, what up, Wally? What up, baby? What's good, brother? But also sets the tone for his presence in battle. Once that concept took hold, new ideas started to flow. These ideas came together, ink wash visuals. His movements, smooth as hell. Bro, his burst is crazy. Besides Kuyan, I believe the team has also loads of creative ideas for many other characters. During this process, bringing ideas to life, have you encountered any particular challenges which you could share with us? Yeah, not any. Countless iterations. Yeah. Yo, what up, Ray? What up, baby? What's good, brother? Boom, 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 boom. The skills for Augusta and okay, which involved weather effects. First, when we came up with the concept, we agreed that these two characters fight on the same team when they cast their skills to make the sun and moon appear in the sky. Yeah, that shit's tough, bro. Like that shit's tough. So, you know what I'm saying? This was cooked in the beta for so long, was it? Damn, dude. Like, bro, the visual of Yuno's sky and then like the Augusta sun and the Lunar fire, but when you combine those two together, like that shit is fucking beautiful, man. Like they got even just the weapon designs. Look at Augusta's weapon and shit, right? I'm kind of happy that they're going down the route where you don't really see the weapon as much anymore in the sense of like the physical weapon. They kind of make it like a light cone where in HSR everyone uses their same weapon. Like it doesn't visually change because these weapons are fucking sick. Although I think you don't get the light up without her signature, I believe, which is a little unfortunate, but it's whatever. But would you like Yuno's feet? Yeah, they're pretty cool. I give him 7 out of 10. I give him a genocide out of 10. We did some experience in sky special effects, yeah. So we're confident pulling it off again. You did a great job, sweetheart. Yeah. But then there was a hitch. Big issue came up. 2 visual effects would overlap. We had to make sure they blended seamlessly. They doubled our workload? Oh, wow.
本身的风格就会有一定的偏差，
Really?
我们重新整理了技
In
能、
the
场
end,
景
the
叠加
layer
的
and
一个优
priority of
先
the
级。
effects.
同时，我们也对其他
Unified some design choices of both characters.
让日跟月同时出现的时候，效果不会特别。
The overall feels smooth, natural, cohesive. However, we still feel there was room for improvement.
因为我们
We
想要
wanted to
呈现的
layer
效果
on
更加
more
丰
visual
富。
effects. Give me another one.
日月
Another
单独
one.
存在的一个效
Sun
果
and Moon's
表
visual
现，
effects are weaker on
像
their
是有点
own.
本末倒置了。
It's a bit like
于
putting
是我
cart
们
off
就
the
决定
horse,
再
so we
设
decided
计一
to
个额外的一
create
个天空效
an
果，
additional
去
sky
补充
effect.
角色技能的一个冲击感。
Oh,
最后就有
yo.
了大家看到
In
的
the
两款
final
天气奇观
version,
效果。
2 weather effects truly stand
我
out.
第一次看到这个天气特效的时候啊，还是非常震撼的，也能看到有一些评论在对这个天气
Nah, she
表
was
达关
fire.
注还有热情。
Honestly beautiful.
我们也能从这份热情中感受到很多力量。当然，这最直接的
Dude, that attention to detail, man. Again, I think this is why it bothers me that there isn't any combat stuff. Because like there is so much attention to detail in this game and so many little intricate things that they do with kits or abilities or animations that I feel like it is genuinely just a waste. Combats in PGR, I would actually rather put my dick in a blender. I think that game is so ass. Like just straight up. Like I don't want to play that. I'd rather play the combat in this game, you know what I mean? There's a reason why this is like the sequel. I'm good. I'm good on the PGR stuff, man. With that being said though, yeah, I like they're doing such a good job, but it's just like I feel like it's not utilized. I don't know if they need to hire more people or what the case may be. I don't fucking know. I'm not a game developer, but Jesus Christ, I dropped damn near all my gotchas. No, I get that. I get that for sure. I
收
feel
获是我
you.
们得到了一些技术上的突破。
I don't
我们就
blame
再分
you.
享一下奥古斯塔创作的一
Another
个幕后
behind
故
the
事
scenes
吧。
story about the development of
我
Augusta.
们
Let
七
me
处
see
的
your
总
feet.
督
I'm
也
here. What do
有
you
一
need
些
to
不为人知的
know?
幕
I
后故
love
事。
you.
是的，
My
就
goat.
最初版本的时候的
Early
奥古
version
斯
of
塔
Augusta
跟我们现在大家看到
Quite
的有比较
different.
大的一个差
Yeah,
别。
it was Mavica.
就
It
之
was
前我
Mavica
们设
first.
计的时候会比较直
It
接
was，quite
就玩家
straightforward.
需要先用
Players
大
would
剑模
complete
式
the combo
先打
Augustus
完一
Great
套，
Sword,
然后呢就使
and
用
trigger
第一
Resonance
段公民
Celebration
解
Stage
放，
1,
把武器变成长刃，
transform into the
然后
Great
再
Sword
打
into a
一
Broad
套，
Blade.
然
After
后释
another
放
full
一个
combo,
二段的公
Resonance
民解
2 would
放。
be cast.
但我们发现，
But
如
when
果
we
这样做的
tested
话
it,，
它和战离的一个相
We
似度
found
会
her
比较
combat
高，
mechanics feel a bit too
而且
similar to
战离我们
Zany's.
设计
Since
了
Zany
独特
already
的一个
has a
剑盾
unique
文化。
sword and shield
那
switch
独属于
mechanic,
奥古斯塔
we
的
began to ask
有特色的
ourselves
东西
what would
它
make
是什么
Augusta
呢？
feel unique.
于是我们就在现有
On
的
the
基础
existing
上，对奥古斯
concept,
塔
we
进行一个比较
overhauled her
重大的一个调
design.
整。我们调整了
We
它的
adjusted
战
the
斗手
combat
法，并
loop,
加入施救的一个元
decided to
素，
incorporate elements
还有了
from
我
the
们现在技
Griffin.
能中
Okay.
看到的一个施救3连。
Yeah.
然后除此之外，
Other
我
than
们还单
that,
独设
we
计
also
了它
designated a
大招
separate
的
time
一个
stop
时停
mechanic
机
for
制
her。ultimate.
大招领域
She is very similar. She is very similar to Zany in that way, but I don't mind it. You think her animations are boring? Bro, I think her animations are better now, straight up. Augusta feels like Electro Zany at times. I mean, the thing is, Augusta doesn't have the frazzle like debuff in a sense of like you need to work with just Peeb, and I think she's just more versatile and easier to use. You know, Zany takes a little bit more skill, I would say, to really master in a way. Like Augusta's like Carlotta, bro. You just fucking hit 3 buttons. You hit 3 buttons, you stop time and you kill shit. Like it's pretty simple. So yeah,
听起来这件事情应该
that's
也
not too
不
difficult.
难
Yeah,
打。
其实很难，
quite the opposite.
因为这是真
You
的
see, it's a
实
real
景
time
效
stop
果。
effect. Yeah,
我需
this
要把开
yeah.
放世界
Of
里
course
的
they
一个
show
大范围的
Weewa.
对象副本里面
Bro,
的
the
时
real
间
time
都
stop
停
of
了
Weewa is so fucking
之前我
annoying.
们只是在大招期间使
Only
用了
appeared
这
in
样的一个效果，
ultimates.
玩家是不能操纵
Or
的。但现在
pre-scripted
我们
players
需要
couldn't,
开
but
放
this
出
time we
来。
want the players to
就
be
程
in
序跟测试
control.
听了我们的需求的
Poses
时
to the
候，
dev and QA
他们压力很
teams.
大，
Everyone felt the heat
就不
was
用想
on.
都知道嘛，这东西会带来大量的一个 bug。
It was bound
就
to
例
create
如
bugs
期
for
间
sure.
buff 的一个计时处
Absolutely.
理啊，战斗逻辑的计时处理，
Sorry.
还有与开放世界的交
Problems with
互，
open world
还有
interactions.
系统界面
UI
跟
also
这个时间的
compatibility
一个
issues with
冲
time
突
stop mechanic
等
itself.
等等等。就现在回想起来，它确实很大胆。
You know what though? Again, this is one of those situations where I give them props where they're trying something completely new, not really done before. It knows it could possibly fuck up things, and they just find a way to incorporate it in the patch in a timely manner. And other than the Weewa stuff, which I guess it is what it is. I don't play the game mode regardless. I don't really care as much. They were able to do it, and so I think that's a massive W, man. Again, it seems like really the only thing that's like they could kind of just do whatever they want, low key. I know it sounds like a stupid statement because obviously they're devs, but like if they come up with an idea, it seems like they find a way to just execute it and throw it into the fucking game and polish it as much as possible, right? I know I'm glazing. I've been shitting on them. I got to give them a little glaze when it's due, and I think this is sick. Just a copy and pasta for PGR Matrix. Well, I mean, it's different, right? Because, you know, it obviously PGR is more of an instance-based game. This is open world, etc. It's going to be way more development time, way more things that could be broken and whatnot. So I think it's 2 very different things. Even if it's, let's say, a quote-unquote copy pasta, here's how I see it. Here's how I see it. I'm pull up Paint real quick. People who play PGR, right? Let's go like this. Let's just say PGR. I'm a I see chat's blocking it. Oh, go. Wait, hold on. I messed up my paint tool. Go. So this is PGR, right? PGR has a baseline of like, let's just say, obviously this is just based off of bullshit numbers, right? Like this. This is PGR's baseline. And then you have Wuwa's baseline, which is substantially higher. And so it's kind of similar to the Honkai Impact 3rd Genshin Impact situation, right? Where Honkai Impact 3rd, the baseline, not that the game is bad or anything like that, but, you know, they did not have nowhere near as much people pretty much in it. Completely wrong. I'm not getting sidetracked by you today. That's like, there's no way you're going to tell me that PGR has more fans than Wuthering Waves. Like there's no way you can sit down and think that people are more aware of PGR than Wuthering Waves. Like that's actually fucking false. It's like it's insane. It's like there's no way you're gonna try to do this right now. I thought you meant baseline and combat. No. As Sai said, it's a niche game. Honkai Impact 3 was niche. These are niche, right? So when they copy PGR, it's not as big of a deal because not as many people know about it. Only this amount of people are going to know. I don't fucking know anything about PGR and the fact that it's like a boomer fucking Subway server, right? So yeah, it's very. I don't really mind when people say, "Oh, this is from PGR." I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I know some people kind of get annoyed by that. They think it's lazy, whatever. But I don't really care because I know nothing about the game, and a lot of people don't know nothing about the game. PGR is extremely niche. Yeah, absolutely. It's very niche. Also, who's a good fluffy dough? What up, baby? What's good, brother? Nice to get it done before releases. Then result exceeded our expectations. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was alright, I guess. It was alright. Mavic is better for sure. Like, dude. You look at Augusta's ultimate. Show this to a person who either doesn't play games, doesn't know about gacha games. They will not say this is a gacha game, right? Like, the animations are genuinely on a different level. The only game that potentially has better animations, and it's not all the time, is HSR because it's turn-based, right? Like Finon's pulling down the fucking sun. That's another game. Doesn't really look like a gacha game in the sense of like some of those animations, but this is a open world action adventure game, and it's like, holy fuck, like this shit is crazy, right? It's wild. The new ZZZ guy, the dude with the 15 arms, his shit looks crazy too. They're creating a new level of quality that is going to eventually be the baseline. So yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah, I saw this as well. The Elden Ring shit. Yep, someone put Augusta inside of Elden Ring. Right, that's actually insane. We'll watch it. Opera's being annoying, but like, dude, this is nutty, right? I mean, obviously, it looks better in WoWa, which is crazy to say, but like, dude, this is something you would expect is in Elden Ring, but it's not. It's from a gacha game. It shows like gacha games animation. WoWa gameplay without animation doesn't feel like gacha. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they're killing it on this front, absolutely. I don't know who Banyu is. Who the fuck is that? The guy has his own technical challenges, right? For example, Carlotta's ultimate comes with a unique effect. Her surroundings. They need sword and shield switching mechanic, air glows, yup. Chiakona's QT, fuck Chiakona. Oh, he's a robot dude? Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know his name. Beyond our comfort zone? Yeah. Let's move on to the monsters. Since Wuthering Waves released, many boss fights have felt strong impressions on the players, while remembering each resonator, the formidable opponents are just as memorable. We have a dedicated team specializing in monster design. As you mentioned earlier, I heard. No, I didn't say his name. I don't know the guy's name. It's the new ZZ guy. I heard the new hologram in WoWa. Arvin told me it's perfect. You could beat it at level 0 or level 1. You just have to be patient. And yeah, I heard it's an amazing fight. I don't know how true it is. I haven't tried it myself yet. But if it's the same exact thing from the Banners Never Fall event, then it's a massive W. So they did good on that. Arsenosa, yeah, Arsenosa. You literally just parry. I mean, that's the name of the game, though, right? I feel like a parry check is not really a bad thing. I kind of like that. I think that's fine. Yo, what up, Job? What up, baby? This is WoWa devs talking. Also heard people complaining it's exactly like the boss fight and boring because of it. I mean, people are gonna say whatever and have their opinions. I think that's cool. I don't really think that's a bad thing. You know what I mean? It's actually good. You could reflect a lot of its attacks, which is good for boss interactivity. Yeah. Rather you attack back the projectiles. Exactly. So that's not necessarily a parry. It's a different type of timing. So I think it's cool. I think it's dope. Obviously, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea and whatnot, but I think that's a pretty cool boss design. The boss from Augusta's final fight. I haven't done the new story yet. I don't know how that is, but the Augusta boss with the dark tad, baby, that motherfucker was crazy too. That was a great fucking boss fight. Is he a hologram yet? Or no? I don't even fucking know. But that was another great boss. So they've been cooking recently. They have. My Alto gonna beat anything? The only thing Alto's gonna do is beat his meat. Rota, baby.
伪作的神王。
Yeah, there we go. This dude felt the lasting impression on the remaining players. Yup.
小赖老师有没有什么
Because he was fire.
思路可以跟大家分
He
享
was fire. Not
就
yet.
怪物的设计
He's
跟
gonna be a
角色的
menace.
设计是有共同
He's
之
gonna be a
处的。
menace as a
就最
hologram.
开始我们也会给怪物一个概念
Clear
作为锚
concept
点，
foundation.
而伪作神王的一个设
The
计
false
起点
sovereign.
是
The
黑
concept
潮
of
凝
dark
聚物，
tide, baby.
它
The
设
dark
立为
tide
亚坦的造
sludge.
物，它具有黑
Sludge.
潮吞噬万物的一个设定。
You devour. Why
因
the
此，我
fuck is the
们
text
便
white on
初
the
步
white
推销，
background? Our initial
将伪作神
design.
王设计成
We
一个
imagined. I'm
带
gonna
有黑
fucking hate
潮
that hologram.
凝聚而成的一
Absolutely.
个大嘴
A
的形象
massive。mouth
战斗中会
formed.
用巨嘴去
The
捕
mouth
食
could
玩
devour
家。
players, control
就同
characters
时
during，
它有
combat.
黑潮的概
That's
念绑
actually a
定，
little shark
具有
mechanic. That'd
黑
be
潮的
pretty
一个
cool.
液体的质感。因此，我
We
们
decided
也
to
决
give
定
it a
赋予巨
giant
嘴
mouth.
一个可以变形、拉伸的一个表现。
The
就
ability
结
to
合
dynamically
上面的一
shapeshift by
些
combining these
想法
ideas.
跟概念，我们自然而然的想到
Mental
了
image
可以类
emerged
似采用蛇
of
的一个形
serpent-like
象。
creature.
黑
Yes,
蛇
venom.
原本
Venom.
打
The
算
black
是作
serpent
为
was
伪作神王的
originally
一只手来展
imagined
现的，但从手
false
中去
sovereign,
变
turning
出
the
黑
arm
蛇
into
的
a
一个操作，
serpent.
就不见得能
Did
给
it
玩家带来很
feel
足够的一个视觉冲击力。
visually impactful
我们最终
enough?
决定舍弃手
So we
臂的一
abandoned
个
that
设计。
concept. Yo, what up, Bronco? What up, baby?
与
What's good,
伪
brother?
作
The
神王
black
本
serpent
体
to be
分
separate
开，
entity from the false
同时
sovereign.
引入
Yeah, I
了
think
人
that's
蛇
fire.
共舞的一个动作概念，
Leaves humanoid
让
form
神
and
王的一
serpent.
个动作设
False
计概
serpent
念更上
overall
一
action
层楼，
design.
更让玩家印象深刻。
Deeper impression on
死亡
players.
本体我们打
Absolutely.
算与黑蛇
What's
做
good,
出
man?
一
How
些
are
对比
you?
这一方面
You
是
can
为了体验
crash
更
your
有层次
client?
感，
Good.
另一方面也是
Fuck
为
the
了
normies
进一
with the
步凸
phone.
显
You
它
don't
的一
deserve
个
to play the
阴
game,
狠
you
感。
broke
于
bitch.
是本体的动作我们
So
采
the
取了
2.7
与黑
honeymoon?
蛇
Yeah,
相
dog.
反、
That's
轻
valid.
快灵动的一个这种风格。
Dude,
我们选
it's so
了练
fire,
刀作为
bro.
它本体的一个武器。
Fuck,
平
man,
常
this shit is so cool. Can they just fucking give me something to do in the game? Like, can I just fucking have this hologram or something? Like, this shit is so fire. Like, this is so sick, bro. I fucking loved fighting him. I loved fighting Augusta. Like, come on, man. Give me something to fucking do, bro. I don't want to AFK fucking Vampire Survivors. If there's only a boss that takes my UI, don't worry, 2.8. Bro, I guess. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens at 2.8, man, you know? Da, what up, baby? I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. I'm not necessarily, I'm not very hopeful, but we'll see what happens. Log going to do the parkour event. Parkour! I miss fighting the holograms in their actual arenas. Yeah, I think that's a big piece of feedback we should give them. I think they should. It's fine if you want to keep them all centralized in the same spot, so that way it's easier to get to. Although I actually not am the biggest fan of that personally, but it is what it is. I think once you summon a hologram, they should get their own arena. I'm so tired of just the static blue background. It kind of just makes it boring as fuck, you know? I don't want to sound negative. Please, if you're itching us with the combat deep dive, then give us combat. Yeah, no, I think that's a fair thing. I mean, obviously, and this just shows how good they are at their job. Like, right? Like, Wuthering Waves is good at creating characters and character kits, with the exception of a couple units, and fucking standard units, like animations, graphics, how they look, right? Like, they're fucking, it's mint. It's fucking mint. But the problem is that there's nothing to fucking do. What was a story game? My fault, Jay. My fault. I forgot, OG. I forgot. Yo was good info. It's just annoying. And FO, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, man. Like, this is why I say everyone gets so mad when I talk about this. But again, the reason why it's so different than Genshin is because, like, this game, it just blows Genshin out the water in terms of, like, combat and fucking, you know, graphics wise. And that's fine. Like, you could prefer one type of combat. I don't particularly care. But in the sense of, like, how it works, like the graphics, the overall progression, the way they're trying to push the game, like, it's not supposed. I get it is a gacha game. It is a gacha game, but I feel like they don't develop it like a gacha game in the sense of, like, these characters. But then the content feels like gacha. That's the big thing, you know? It is a lot of wasted potential, 1,000,000%. That's why I made a Google Doc too for endgame concept and WoW, but the current game modes don't utilize combat mechanics. Yeah, they really don't. It's just unfortunate. But yeah, this is what Genshin's currently blow WoW out of the water in content. Well, Genshin currently has more content than WoW, but in the sense of, like, characters like Mavica or, like, the animations and stuff, like, you're not getting animations like this, right? You're not getting a smooth level of combat like this in Genshin. And obviously Genshin has more content, but, you know, combat game is no combat events. What are the devs doing? Yeah, I mean,
状态下，练刀它会盘在尾王的一个手臂上。
like this motherfucker, like, this is so cool. This makes me want to play the game, but then I realized, what the fuck am I gonna do? I did TOA in 2 minutes because it was dog shit easy.
这样很好的与长条形的黑蛇做出战斗的
Now
一
there's
个
nothing
演
for
出
me
配
to do,
合。
right?
就至此
Like, what the
他
fuck?
挥舞着练刀，
Swings
高
his
速的连
chain
击，
swords and
期
rapid
间
combos.
他不断的会召唤出黑蛇。
Wolf 4 I mean Wolf 4 stars suck cock though. Let's be honest.
我想问一问小赖老师，如果用一句话来形容我们的战斗设计，
Our combat design philosophy in one phrase, what would it be? No combat events. That's how I would describe it. No combat events. Yo, Quantum, what up, baby? Thank you for the raid, brother. I appreciate the fuck out of you. How were you playing? How'd you like it? Was it good? Was it good? But thank you, my goat. Everyone go follow my man Quantum. You know, I'll beat the shit out of you. I'd agree, but I'd be lying if I said I have nothing to do because I have too many events. I think that's fine, Dot. I think play the game at your leisure, you know? Do the shit. Just finish the story. How was it? Yo, Trigger, what's going on, brother? I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good, dog. Appreciate you. Our character and monster design both have heart and an interactive combat logic beneath it all. Could you elaborate on that a bit? We always aim to create characters that feel engaging while we constantly innovate in combat design. We're also thinking about how to integrate those mechanics with various movement sets, give players more immersive interactions in an open world environment. At the same time, we want enemies and boss battles to feel vivid and reactive with a strong sense of interactive immersion. For example, how can we make it hit feedback more diverse? If a player keeps attacking a specific part of an enemy's body, could that part break? Could a boss be more visual? Stylistic and mechanical variety. All these require extensive research and testing. Yeah. To sum it up, in combat design, there's nothing to do. There's no best, only better. I mean, look, yo, I'm going to just be honest with you. They're spitting. Like, he's straight up spitting. What he's saying is not wrong. I think that's why people want combat. Because of the fact that their combat design is so good. It is so smooth. It is elegant. It is very well thought out. There's certain things I don't like, maybe certain characters or whatever. But overall, as a whole, it doesn't play like a gacha game. And that's why people want more. So he's 100% right in his sentiment. The problem is, and even with some of the boss interactivity, the problem is that they create these great units for you to do nothing with. That's the issue, where the issue lies, you know? Let me break Hecate's leg. Oh, absolutely. Schizo the fuck out. Do I get a sneak peek of what's in store? Anyways, damn, he shut that shit down. What up, anime? What up, baby? My main issue with exploration is that the world is way too easy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I call it easy. Well, I mean, listen, I think everything they said made sense. You know, obviously the game is very unique and whatnot. It's just at the end of the day, there's nothing to fucking do. But good video. Hope we get more things to do. See you guys in the next one.